start. Can we all stand up just for 1 minute? Just put your hands. I needed that exercise. after lunch session and the second part. Yes. So my topic today is coaching and delegation. So when we say coaching, what comes to your mind straight away? In which field do we usually associate coaching? Forget linism. Otherwise, in which field do we associate coaching most?
Sports.
Sports, very good. And what is your favorite sport?
Mine is monitoring the growth.
Yes. What is your favorite sport?
Mine is football.
Football, soccer? Okay. So that is a game, where people are so agile, active, running from one place to another, right? So we are going to deal with these two topics, which mainly concentrates on empowerment. Because in Lions clubs, we are basically interested in empowering our Lions to do certain things, right? So both these topics, you will find that it is related to empowerment. So now, what is empowerment? When we say empowerment, what do we understand by empowerment? Gawariji.
Okay, it's encourage the learning.
Empowering means making somebody to become strong, to give more responsibilities, authorities, and making him to do for the nation on his behalf or her behalf.
Yeah, you got my question right. So empowering means when we give power to somebody, right? Not only power, but along with power, something else will go, that is the authority. So when we give power and authority to a particular person to do something and to reach a particular goal, okay? Our intention is always goal-oriented, right? So whenever we are empowering somebody, that is with, he should feel with confidence, he should go forward and reach the final objective. Okay? So when we talk about empowerment, usually we talk about women's empowerment. We talk about empowerment in certain areas where people are poverty-stricken. Okay? So these are the needy people where we can empower them with some skills or some education, give them some job and bring it up. So do you think in Lions Club we empower our members? How?
By giving them designations of work, please.
Okay, that will come. Simple as Lion, just simple think of as Lions delegate. You go to your district conference or your multiple conference, your international convention, you have some power and authority to make some right choice.
Vote, right to
So
vote.
what is that choice?
Right to vote.
Right to vote. You have that right to vote. Okay? So you are also exercising to some extent your power and authority. Okay? So you said you like football, soccer.
Yes, yes.
So in soccer, we give the power and authority to the players in order to reach some excellence, isn't it? So it is the same. So now coming back here, let us see what empowerment means. Empowerment means increasing the opportunity, okay, for individuals to make choices, to act on them. Now you tell me, what are the key words that you notice there? What are the key words?
Increasing the opportunities, making
give-
choices and act.
Act on them.
Very good. The first of all, you are giving them the opportunity. Okay, in Lions Club we will think of in terms of Lions Club, right? So we give the members opportunity for individuals to make choices. Like I said, when you give delegation the choice to elect the right candidate, so that is making a choices and to act on them, right? So can we relate it now?
Yes.
Right. But in Lions Club, we have seen that we are already giving some, say, club presidents or district governors, zone chairperson, region chairpersons, they already have been empowered when they come to their position so that they can do what is expected of them, and then they have the power to empower others. Okay? We're coming to the session objectives now. So at the end of this session, you will be able to define coaching and delegation. Two terms, but very closely linked. You will be able to recognize the benefits of coaching. Okay? Implement coaching complements. So you will learn how to use them, implement the coaching competencies. You will be able to recognize the benefits of delegation. This is the second term. And implement 5 rules of delegation. So like in the soccer team, we have seen that we give the coach the right to look after the players, develop them, and help them to reach the success. So also we are coaching and delegating the players. So now before we move to the next slide, do you have any questions on objectives?
No.
Objectives are very clear?
Very clear.
Thank you. Now coaching. So coaching is a process you use to empower individuals to help and grow. This is only one example of, one definition of coaching. See, any terms have many definitions, so this is only one. Again, Balbiji, you tell me, what are the key terms that you notice here?
One is to develop and grow.
Because they are written in italics, you
Okay,
already know.
it's a process. Process is one of the key.
Very good. That is the number one keyword. That it is a process. It is ongoing. It takes time. Okay, it takes your effort. So it is a process, and to empower somebody, right? And why do we need to empower these people?
Develop.
To develop and grow. So what do you mean by development? What aspect do we need to develop?
Or something more than the existing.
To develop their personal performance maybe, okay? And how can we make them grow? We can make them grow to reach their full potential, okay? So at this level, all of you must have gone through the LLC courses,
Yes.
Lions Learning Center. So if you go to the Lions Learning Center, you get another beautiful definition of coaching, okay? They say that you gave persons specific, those opportunity to reach specific goals. Okay, so we know that immediately it is goal oriented, right? So this is another beautiful definition. Now, tell me, have you received coaching from anybody?
Yes, of course.
Yes?
Many times from teachers in college level, schools level.
Very good.
Lines
See,
also.
coaching is not only in the field of sports or in the field of lionism.
The field of lionism also.
It can be your teacher, it can be your parent, it can be in your workshop, in your workplace, it can be your colleague, some new employees who have come in, new employees. And then in sports you have already seen. Okay? Have you coached anybody?
Yes.
Do you remember coaching anybody?
Yes.
Yes? Whom did you coach?
My daughter.
Your daughter. Okay. So we understand.
Own children to different people. Yes.
Children, okay. In Lionism, we do a lot of coaching. So if you are a leader, you need your team to develop so that you can work in a team. To develop your team, you need to prepare them to take certain courses, to certain tasks. So you need to coach them, right? Individual benefits. Now we are going to talk about the benefits of coaching. You can refer to your manual, page number 1. Okay? All of you are at page number 1? Yes, this is page number 1. Right? So we have different kinds of benefits. This is the individual benefit. How the individual benefits. Okay, you read it. First is
Increased skills.
skills. Can you tell me why you think, how can we increase skills?
How can we increase the skills?
Through coaching.
Through coaching.
Is it possible to increase skills?
Yes, definitely it is possible. When we coach somebody, there may be some negative aspects or some things missing in us. So through coaching, that can be increased. Skills are developed.
When you give a person certain job, okay, he gets new ideas, he develops new skills, okay. So he is working in different field, he gains experience, he will become a better lion in the process. Right? Reduce personal objectives. So when you are giving the person a chance to do something, that person will realize his strengths and weaknesses. So whether he is having that particular strength to do this job, preparation for new responsibilities. Now through coaching, he will prepare himself to take up new responsibilities, because without coaching, you just give somebody a responsibility, he will be nowhere. It's like a rudderless ship, he will not know which is the direction he will have to take. So with coaching, he will know what to do, how to do, etc. And as a result, what will happen? Deepakji, last one.
Greater confidence and personal satisfaction.
Greater confidence and personal satisfaction. Who will gain the confidence? The person who is being coached. Now he knows. He has all the tools and resources. He is equipped with the knowledge and skill. So he is now confident to take up his new job, the new task given to that person. Association benefits. Does the association benefit?
Yes.
Association also includes all the clubs and the districts in the association, right? So, more productive and motivated members. So, your association now develops more productive members. How they are more productive? Because you have coached them. You have prepared them to take up challenging jobs, challenging tasks. So they become more productive and motivated. Because we said in the earlier presentation, we have seen, if you don't give any job to the newcomers in the clubs, then they lose interest. Now if you involve them, make them involved in some process, then they will be more motivated to remain in the club, and retention will not be a problem. Increase service. Can we increase service?
Yes.
Yes.
Service chairperson, if you coach them, okay, there are different kinds of chairperson, district chairperson given different service in projects. If they are trained well, they will do the service well and better. Develop on current and future leaders. So when you are giving a person the opportunity to develop their in the potential, then what happens is they become better persons. They are better able to take up responsibilities as a leader, and you are also producing future leaders. Coach benefits. Who is the coach here? Who is the coach?
Trainer.
You are the coach.
Coach? The line leader is the coach. So if the district governor is coaching somebody in his team, a cabinet member, maybe some district chairperson, then he is the coach. In the club level, if the club president is coaching somebody, a membership chairperson for that matter, then he becomes the coach. So in the same person, जो person can be a coach, region chairperson can be a coach. Okay? So they have better understanding of others, more effective use of resources. What do you mean resources here? More effective use of resources?
The land members.
Line numbers. We're not talking about resources that are available there, but here, because when you are doing something alone, you are doing only with one brain. So now you want the team members to come and help you. You're coaching them. So you're using their brains. You are using them as resources. Greater opportunity to delegate responsibility. So when you have greater opportunity to delegate responsibility to others, you're also bonding with them, bonding with the members. You're helping the members to grow. Okay? So with this, we will come to coaching competencies. Why? Because we have only understood till now the benefits. What are the benefits of coaching? But can everybody become a good coach? So now you need some tips to become a good coach. Okay? So will Bilji please read what are the competencies? We will do one by one. Right? Number one is
Build rapport.
build rapport. How will you build rapport? How will you build rapport?
You have to take interest in the person. To know about what is
Through
doing.
communication.
See,
Through communication.
Very good.
if a club is there and they have certain members and they have common culture or common passion, so you just involve each and everybody, so that will be rapport.
No. I'm talking in terms of coaching. So our topic is coaching. So in terms of coaching, how will the leader build rapport with the person he is coaching? They are communicating, they're trying to understand each other,
Understand each other.
Right?
Be empathetic. Be
empathetic.
empathy.
Okay? That is how they're building a rapport. So you have some points here in your manual. Okay? Page number 2 and 3. Go through them and tell me. Build rapport. What is the first point here? Be
Be aware of the individual's verbal and non-verbal behaviors and actions and reflect them yourself.
okay. So when you are trying to build a rapport, and if you say the body gestures, facial expression is not very favorable, so you immediately understand that he's not interested in building a rapport. So you need to change your strategy and you have to be more open. See, there are more points following
The
that.
second one is find common ground in terms of shared interest.
Yes, shared interest.
Hobby or a goal.
Yes, you may have some same kind of hobbies and goals, and that is way you can build a rapport. Okay, so let's come to the next one. This is paucity of time. Observe and analysis. Okay. How can observe and analysis help?
Take the time to observe or collect information about the actions of the person you are coaching.
Yes. Because when you are going to coach somebody, you just cannot pick anybody and everybody. Okay? So you have to collect information about that person. Also you have to observe whether he will be the right person to take up the job, the task that you want. Okay? You cannot put in a square peg, you cannot put a round hole. In the round hole, you cannot put a square peg. So you have to match the task with the person. For that, you have to be very observant, right? Between questioning and listening.
Decide what success should look like.
Yes, that is very important. Because finally, you are coaching that person to achieve the end product, the goal.
Success.
So you have to define it in the very beginning. Say you will not succeed unless we achieve this. So this is the final outcome that we want. So that has to be made clear right in the very beginning. Then
Determine the gap between what is happening and what you'd like
What
to see
you
happen.
want to happen. Whether things are moving in the right direction, okay, that you have to be observant upon. Okay, let's go to
What? Okay.
questioning and listening.
Question and listen. Okay. Establish an environment that allows for the positive flow of communication, minimize distractions, and find a quiet, private place to talk.
Yeah. So you cannot communicate if there is a distraction in the next room, right? So you need to take that person with you so that you can have one-to-one interaction, and you have to ask him if there is any problem, okay? How they can together sort out those problems, okay? And
Use open-ended questions like who, when, where, and why
right.
to gain deeper understanding of the individual's thoughts and actions.
You understand open-ended question and close-ended questions?
Yes.
What is close-ended question?
Yes,
I
or
think
no?
somebody specifically.
Yes and
said
no
this.
answers,
Yes, sir.
okay? So are you comfortable in this room?
Yes. Yes.
That is a close-ended question. But now when you want to take somebody into confidence and try to find out if he's facing any difficulty, you have to definitely ask open-ended questions.
Provide feedback. Be timely. Feedback isn't about surprising someone with comments about things they did or didn't do long in the past.
We discussed that, didn't we?
The sooner you do
Yes.
it, the more impact for the improvement it can
Give
have.
them immediate feedback. Like we already done that. So you do something today, and after 1 month, if we give the feedback, that feedback has no value, right? So it has to be timely, immediate, spontaneous. Then next point.
Consider the value. Make sure you are giving feedback on things that can be acted upon.
How can we give value? If you tell him that this what you're doing is not right,
These possible suggestions also, that could be.
possible suggestion. Maybe you need to go through this resource in order to understand the things better, right? So that will add value to it, so that they will understand what to do and how to overcome their weakness. Okay, let's go to this one.
Facilitate performance. As a coach, the individual should be free to apply your advice and feedback without fear of failure. Mistakes are part of the learning process.
Yes, because mistakes you will definitely make if you're taking up a new job, and mistakes are not failures. Well, Vijay, what are mistakes? They are the stepping stones to success. Okay? We should not be discouraged if we fail somewhere, because we know that is how we learn. Okay,
Yeah.
and there are 2 more points. We can do that in the activity. So in the next page you will find there are some activities. Okay? So you move to the participant manual, next page, and there are certain scenarios. Okay? So you will, supposing this particular group will take up 2 scenarios, there are 5 in all,
Okay.
and you take up 2 scenarios, the third and fourth. You take up second and third. Second and third.
Okay.
And why I'm leaving this? Because that let us do together, so that you come to know how it is to be done. Okay? How it is to be done. So let us see what is in that scenario.
This.
Yeah.
The fourth one.
The first one. First one is just like an example, so you will know.
As district governor, you plan to begin the year by meeting with all of the district leaders to show your support and to talk about their goals and activities. You have had no relationship with your LCIP district coordinator, who has already been in her position for a year, and you have only met her once.
Okay.
How might you go about building rapport with her?
So you understand this Here is building rapport. In the previous page, you have seen that we had an entire paragraph, entire point on building rapport. So if you have understood these points, then you will find solution to this particular problem. Okay, what is the problem? The district governor has not met the LCIF district coordinator, right? And she is an experienced lady because she was already into it for 1 year already. And how might you build rapport with her? So you will use the techniques, the tips of,
Mentioned earlier.
yes, the tips of making rapport.
You don't know the person's ideas, show understanding and empathy.
But
Find
here,
common ground.
just repeating the tips will not help because it has to have some meaning with this, building rapport with this LCIF coordinator who has already been into the position for 1 year already, right? So what would you say? You can use the space for writing. Okay, you can discuss with him and use this space for writing. We don't have much time because this is only 10 minutes exercise and 2 minutes per scenario. Are you do?
3 and 4 and 5?
And the first one.
The first one is just like an example. We are doing it all together, so you know how to do it. Then you will do 3 and 4. Okay? So did you understand?
Yes.
You have to see the topic. It is building rapport. So you go to the previous page and you see the points, how to build a rapport, and you apply those techniques here in the scenario. Okay, are you clear now? Are you clear? Okay, right. Don't think too much. Right. Are you finding any difficulty, Rudraji?
Yes, nice.
No difficulty. These are the points which you have to apply in that particular scenario. Okay? So just see which are applicable and just, you don't have to write all the points. Just write 2 points each maybe will do. You've written 2 points? You've written 2 points? You've understood?
This is build rapport, huh? Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, then let's stop because we have to move on.
Okay.
Balbiju, you have written 1 point at least?
Not 2 minutes.
2 points? Okay, tell me, what are the you?
We will ask this.
You increase your voice so that that table can also hear.
Ask RCs and ZCs to support her in her endeavor as LCIF coordinator. So we will get in touch with her and then support her. That will be, I will be asking questions. I will be talking to her and building rapport, and then I will let RCs and ZCs to do that.
Make her comfortable.
Make her comfortable.
Okay, that is
Exactly.
also
That is-
important. To build a rapport, you need to have a very comfortable, easygoing conversation, questioning, answering, okay, together. What have you written?
Basically to ask her, call her and have a meeting with her, get the data what she has done during the previous year.
Very good, very
And
good.
ask her what I can do for you. So that
She may come up with some good ideas, so build on those ideas.
what support she wants from the zone chairs or region chairs,
Very good.
like
So we will
in
come
getting the
here.
this thing commitment.
Very, very good, Dipkaji.
You can share your own-
Yes.
share your own thoughts and feelings to demonstrate your desire to communicate it.
You share your thoughts and feelings so that she will also feel comfortable to share her thoughts and feelings to you. Open conversation. Gawariji, have you written?
Show the understanding, level of understanding with our district, LCIP district chair.
Understanding, empathy, okay?
Empathy.
What is empathy?
Empathy, feelings like others.
Yes. When you see things from her perspective, that
Stepping
is
into
called
others.
empathy. Okay, now
Feelings in others.
hurry up, you go back to seeing the scenario number 2 and 3 together, okay? Don't make it, it's not a single effort, it is a combined, joint effort. You take up 3 and 4.
4 and 5.
4 and 5, right, 4 and 5.
first of all, meetings on chair and get the data.
On-time data you will get.
Get data. Have a joint meeting with his zone presidents.
RC also you will get.
Sorry?
How is your zone working? RC.
So if you
So
have
that can be a
understood
brainstorming
the
between the
scenario,
presidents along with the zone
then
chairperson.
your topic is provide feedback. So you go to the previous page and seek some tips on how you will provide feedback. Just two will do, I think.
Okay.
One is
Hmm.
on-time data and having meeting with presidents.
Zone chair, along with zone chair. And do the brainstorming about what is the expectation of the presidents and what he is doing and what are his views on that.
That is fine.
Signs of success. What signs of success you have to get? As improvement, increasing the participation.
No,
by
decide some
presidents.
targets in the meeting and then review the targets. So that will give us the idea as to what is the level of success that we are getting in this particular,
Set
solving
target.
this particular problem.
Yes. Set targets.
Now, are you referring to the points given here?
The four, provide feedback.
Observe and analysis. These are the points. Take some points from there and you can get some tips on how to go about it. Right? Not all the points. Don't worry about all the points. Some relevant points only.
Question and listening also. Question and listening.
No, you have to do only two.
Focus only on the things.
Two, yes. You will do, no,
Yes.
this is done. You have done this. You will also do question and
Question
listening.
and
Three also.
Consider to do
But they have done.
No, there was
No,
common.
there's one more. 4 and 5 they are going to do.
and be
They are
specific.
doing already.
Yes, focus only one thing the person can do, achieve the success.
Then moving on to the second one.
Yeah.
Yes, very good. And you have to refer to the previous page, where this facilitate performance. So you have to take tips from here and add your own, which is applicable to that particular scenario, right?
Number one is the community need assessment. Where the tree plantation is required in the areas.
What is your plan?
Community need assessment.
How will you go for the plan?
Then repo with the municipal corporation because so many times they
What-
also provide free
What are the
plantations.
targets for plantation.
Repo with local government body.
What support you require? Who will help you?
Then the district coordinator,
Who will
GST,
be your
GST
support?
coordinator.
Who will,
Your coaching will
whose help you require?
supported individual states they move forward.
Are you having a question and answering session
These
with him?
questions, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
So
what.
balance and
And then,
support and freedom.
Questioning you understand, open
Ask
ended
GST,
question.
ask GST to have a meeting with all the club
Yes.
heads
These two.
and decide who will be able to do what and which areas we
Second
will
one
have to do.
enforcement.
And then assign the work,
Distribute areas to presidents.
presidents, through
Okay,
zone
second
chair.
one, your coaching rule continue. This one and fourth one. All of it. Coaching requires a balance of support and freedom.
So you've done?
Yes.
Done.
Very good, very good. So let me see, what was your tips for this question number?
Four. Questions four.
The scenario number four.
Scenario number four.
Four. What have you written?
Yeah, we have written, consider the value of the LCIP chairpersons, yes?
Yes.
And we should giving the feedback on the things that he come upon. And I must be specific, focus only one thing. A person can do one thing at a time.
Right.
With this reference, we have to give feedback to how to do better.
Very good. Now, coming to you, what have you written regarding facilitate performance?
This too, the coaching role continues.
Yes.
Support the individual as they move forward. The second one, follow up. Coaching requires a balanced support and freedom.
Are you
Let-
referring it to the scenario?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is appropriate to the
Yes.
scenario?
Yes.
Okay, good, good. Okay, Balbirji, second.
We will have GST ask GST.
Louder, louder.
We will ask GST to have a meeting and then distribute the areas to different club presidents through zones, zone chairpersons, which areas plantation will be done. So that will be help the LCIP out. And we'll ask
Who will
questions
you
also.
question?
We will ask the GST coordinator.
Okay, then,
And distribute.
are you listening properly?
Yes.
Question and listen.
Listen.
He is
We will
giving
listen.
you
We
the
will listen to
answers.
we will listen to the ZCM presidents what their problems are.
Yeah.
Very good. Now, the,
Yes, I think,
What are the
we
problems
did
that
as
may
a group.
encounter?
We did as a
no, no,
group.
no, what I'm asking is, this one.
Yeah, that's what we did as a.
Observe and
we did-
analysis is finished?
Yeah, that's finished.
We did it together.
Okay, then fine. So you have understood how to apply these tips on coaching, okay? How to apply the coaching procedure in different fields. So you have done different scenarios and now you are equipped with the proper tips for coaching others. Can you coach others now?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So if you want to gain more knowledge on this particular subject, coaching, then you can visit LLC Lions Learning Center where they have a beautiful module, and it's more fun because there are questions and other quizzes after every module. So please do it if you have not done, and you'll find it interesting. Now let's go to the next part of our presentation, and that is delegation. Okay, delegating is another way of empowering our line members, is it? Okay. Now, both are empowering. Why did we do coaching first, then delegation later? Because before delegating somebody, you have to coach that person, right?
Yes.
Giving delegation without coaching is disaster.
Very good. Do you know how to ride a bike? Bicycle, I mean. Cycle, cycle. Aina dikhaiye. You ride a bicycle from here and you come round again. Here. Imaginary, this is your bicycle. Hold it.
Okay.
Go. Go, ride. You don't pedal with your hands, you pedal with your feet.
Okay. Like this.
Very good, very good, very good. Come back, come back. Give a clap for him for his efforts. So who taught you the cycling? Because usually, somebody teaches us. Who taught you?
Maybe my parents and
Parents who? Be specific. Your father or your mother?
Mostly father.
mostly
Father. Okay. So what did he do?
First of all, he made me sit on the same. This was a small cycle
Okay.
with two supporting simulations.
Okay. So
Later
he
on
runs
supported me.
along with
He
you,
runs along.
holding
He
the
runs along.
fan.
Yes.
Then at one time he will let it go,
Yes.
and you pedal, and
Yes.
sometimes you fall, right?
Ha.
You fall, and when you fall, you look back,
Ha.
and your
He will
father
come
is
and
still
support
there.
me. He will come
Your
and
father
support
is still
me.
there watching you. He will come and encourage you, make you stand up, and then again, why try again? You are doing well.
Yes.
Try again. You will be able to cycle.
Yes.
So then again you take the cycle because you have got that encouragement and you start pedaling away, and this time maybe you don't fall and you go on. So that means you are moving from dependency on your father to independence.
Yes.
So that is the space, that is the shifting from coaching to delegation. Okay? So somebody coaches you and you need to be in that critical space where it has to be given that freedom to paddle away, but you remain in a distance to see how well that person is doing.
So initially he coached me how to bicycle, and then he delegated.
Now that
let
he
me
has
go.
developed confidence that you are being able to pedal, so now he is moving away, letting you do that, but he is still watching from the distance. Okay? So this is delegation. Who will read out? Dipakji, please read out
Yeah,
the...
sure. Delegation is transferring responsibility and authority for completion of work to other people.
Okay, now Balveji, what are the key words that you notice here?
One is the transferring the, okay.
One is transferring
Transferring something. What do you transfer?
responsibility and authority.
You transfer responsibility,
Authority.
but with authority. Okay?
And then
For
completion
completion of a work
to
to
other people.
Completion.
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 That is
So
the word.
you are preparing that person to complete the work. That means you want to see success, the end product, the output, isn't it? So that is delegating, right? Like you said in a football match. What happens in a football match? There are coaches. How many coaches? In a professional football match, there's not only one
Not
coach.
the many for the athletic or for the actual football.
It is
then
not
there is
possible for one person,
person.
one coach to see
Technical
all the
analysis is
aspects.
also there, physiotherapy is also there.
Very good.
Exercise for the exercises are different there.
And
Then
they,
psychologically also, psychological coach is also there.
very good.
Pressure, how to handle pressure.
And then finally, what is the final outcome do we expect?
Win.
Full potential to reach excellence. The player need to reach their excellence, right? So that is what we need to see. Okay. Now, benefits of effective delegation. So here, what are the benefits? Let's see quickly. Number one is skill.
skills.
So do you think when you delegate somebody, that person is going to develop skills? Right. So you are giving that person the opportunity to gain some experience, put in his creative ideas. Okay? And in the process, he develops some skills. Next is, read out. Number two,
Motivation.
motivation. How motivation? How
When
is he
you- when you-
motivated through delegation?
He is trusted me.
Very good. Through trust. Because when the person understands that this guy, my leader, trusts me, then he will be more motivated to do that task, right? So that is motivation. Next is number three,
Innovation.
innovation. What is the meaning of innovation?
New things.
New ideas, creativity, okay? Because when you are delegating a job, keep in mind, you are only telling him the objective, what you want done, and you are telling him the final outcome. This is the end result I want. Only this will mean success, okay? So that has to be the process, how he will do it, you are not going to tell him. The process will be his own, because he may have a better way of doing things than you, right? So you will only tell him what to do, this is the objective, this is the final outcome I need, and how you do it is your problem. Give him specific time, you finish within that particular time. That is, he will use his own creativity, he will use new ideas, okay? That is why innovation. Now, involvement. Involvement was the problem in the earlier way, because when you don't involve the members, then what happens? The members lose interest in the club. Here, the members are involved. He is getting a task to complete. So that person will be more involved, more engaged, and he will be more. These are the benefits of delegation. Now, can you give some more ideas of delegation, benefits of delegation?
Benefits of delegation.
See, because
It creates
any
a positive
person,
work environment.
any person in a particular job is not possible. Supposing a district governor or a club president cannot do everything himself. He has to delegate part of his job to somebody, right? And that person, he is judging whether he will be able to do the task, and he is delegating the job, right? So like that, you have any more benefits?
Yeah, one benefit is that once you delegate some work, then you get time to do something more important.
When you trust
Yes.
someone and give job to him, so that creates a positive working environment also, because he is
Very
trusted.
good. It
I have been
gives
given
you a
responsibilities.
Yeah.
positive working environment, right? So will you write there, positive working environment? Just give me one more.
It
While he's
also,
writing.
when you assign some job to someone, you trust him, so that brings the creativity also out of him.
Yes, we discussed to some extent. So these are the added benefits of delegation. Okay?
And more time for
Yes,
more
the
time to
line
coach.
leader will get more time,
More
to
time to the
do
coach.
more important jobs. Okay?
More time to coach for some
Creativity.
more important work.
More time
To
To
do
coach,
to do
important tasks.
more important
important
work.
tasks.
Then you say creativity.
Creativity, yes.
Okay, now let's move on.
Thank you.
So now that you know that delegate is important, so you will have to see this rules of delegating, right? Identify task. So what are the tasks you as a line leader are finding difficult to handle yourself and would like to delegate? Definitely not the task you are finding boring yourself, right? I find it boring, so you take it. It doesn't work that way. So what are the tasks? First you make a list of the tasks, right? Then number 2,
Select capable people.
okay, look at your manual, select capable and willing people. Only capable will not do, that person will have to be willing to take up the job, right? So you have now selected capable, willing persons. Consider the project's need. So according to the requirements of the project, you are going to delegate the job. Then explain expectations. As I said, delegation is all about the ultimate outcome. Okay? So you explain to him very well what is your expectation, what you want to happen. Then explain the overall goal of the project. Delegate responsibility and authority. This I have already mentioned during the definition. Only delegating responsibility is not enough. You will also have to give him authority to do the job.
Without
But
authority,
again,
without authority is not possible.
But again, you will not tell him, you will not waste your time telling him how to do it. Because that process or the technique or the method, whatever you say, can be his. Because he may be having a better way of doing the thing, right? Then finally, maintain accountability. How will you maintain accountability?
Reviewing progress.
Reviewing
Deadlines.
progress.
Deadlines.
You may be having some procedure of reporting,
Yeah.
and periodically you refer to that, and then you proceed with the feedbacks. From time to time, you have to take the feedbacks. You go through it once quickly, and because we are going to apply these rules for the next activity. So here is only one activity, that is a case study. So all of you, you do it together, the forming group, you will form another group. Same activity, you decide, you discuss, and this is the case. And there are 4 questions given. And you have to try to answer these questions. First, read the case. This is a case study. District Governor Peter. District Governor Peter, yes. Read it. Done?
Yes.
Okay, so now you have to read these questions. Okay, there are 4 questions given,
Okay.
and together you try to find the answers. Okay,
So,
and for the answers you have to refer to the previous page, the rules of delegation.
see, task he might be. First of all, the
Club
task of
visitation is himself.
club visitation himself has to do. Okay. Now, committee chairperson's meeting he can delegate to
First we did.
coordinators or VDGs. Yes, exactly.
First we did.
First VDGs. First VDGs. Then the district convention is there.
Leadership program to second VD.
Leadership is
Reading from
okay.
the rules of delegation, right?
District convention you can appoint a past governor as a chairperson. Appointing one chairperson. for
GST
district.
coordinator. Committee secretary.
Committee chairperson GST committee. They have already been there. Committee chairperson.
No, that's okay.
Okay,
Because
move
GST
on,
is
move on.
common.
So district chairperson also GST.
That is
Next.
okay.
And district convention, he can make a steering
Chairperson.
committee and the entire,
Committee
he can make an entire committee
chair.
with the steering committee
Convention
and the different committees for registration, for state committee,
Will appoint a convention committee who will look after.
convention committee.
How should you go about finding one of
And he will be a ex officio chairman of that committee.
How
No.
should he go about
So
finding?
see, these are the rules already given. So you just have to pick up those
Good question. How would he
points
go
which are
about
relevant to
finding
that
lines to
particular
okay.
case study. This.
You can find a nice, no? You can nice with experience. You can appoint GST.
I can find one past district governor, who is
Past
active with
those
him
past
and,
experience is commitment to
make him
chairpersons.
make him to help him.
PDGs and
Past
senior
district.
lines.
You've done number
Okay.
2.
Now, number 3, what amount of authority should he give to those who wants to delegate? So, what amount of authority?
Give them the targets and take the feedback.
Results based
Result oriented.
authority. Results oriented authority.
Yeah.
Also consider what you will not do,
Ah.
what you will do and what you will not do. Okay? Is it time to let go of certain things as well?
How can he go about maintaining some control for
That he has to have the proper reporting system. You
through
know,
reporting he can control.
that reporting system should be through cabinet secretary,
Through reporting and club reports.
and cabinet secretary should be utilized properly. And for financial report, city, cabinet, for financial report, cabinet treasurer, and for administrative report, cabinet secretary.
CS and C.
You're finished? Can you just write one answer
Yes.
from this question number 1?
Yeah.
Can you go and write it there?
Oh, yes, oh, yes.
Just write one answer, okay? For the second, maybe I will invite somebody else. Ravi, would you like to write the answer number 2?
Yes.
can write answer number
Okay. So this is answering only one.
Yeah, yeah. Balbir will write answer number 2, we will write answer number 3, and he will write answer number 4.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. So you have made a very good effort. All of you came to the right points. You have found the right tips for solving this case. Okay, case study has been done well. Now, if you settle down, we come to a very interesting quote by Andrew Carnegie. No man who will read. Please, Deepakji, you read.
No man will make a great leader who wants to do it all himself or to get all the credit for doing it. That is the Andrew Carnegie.
Very good. Sit down. So now you have understood the importance of delegation. It is not possible for you to do everything, because if you are a leader, you have a lot of responsibilities. So you cannot do everything yourself, and you should not also, because you need to involve your people, okay, the members of your team. So, and then that will give you more credibility. You will be developing their personal performance, help them to reach their fullest potential. And as a leader, you will boost up his morale. You will be a more reputed leader. Okay? So with this, let us see, have we met our session objectives? Have we met our session objectives?
Yes.
So have we defined the terms coaching and delegation?
Yes.
So now you understand the link between the two, how they are related? Very good.
Yes.
Coaching comes first, then you delegate. Recognize the benefits of coaching. Have you
Yes.
recognized
Yes.
the benefits
Yes.
of coaching? So you know that coaching has some benefits.
Yes.
Then, if you know coaching has some benefits, have you learned how to
Implement.
implement them? Right? You will be able to implement them. Then recognize the benefit of delegation in the same way.
Yes.
Yes.
And then 5 rules of delegation.
Yes.
Okay. So do you have any question in your mind after this?
No.
Do you have any question in your mind?
It's clear.
It is very clear, but now I will make an appeal to you. When you go back, again, go to LLC, Lions Learning Center, and take up both the topics. Coaching first, and then delegation, because it will help you in understanding better, okay? And so that you can learn from other resources of.
The
Yes,
only thing I wanted to add was that when you said that your resources are lions, I would like to add that the resources are GMT toolbox, GLT toolbox, GST toolbox.
Yes.
These are all the resources we can use through the coach person, because once he is coached, then he will be able to use those tools which will be beneficial
You
to the
will
organization.
refer them to those, you will tell them where to find
Yes,
them.
yes.
But within your team, your human resources are more at hand.
Yes.
Okay, they have the talents, you have to recognize their talents and use
Yes.
them. So
Yes.
that is how I mean resources. So now when you go back, will you take up these 2 courses
Sure.
as a challenge?
Yes,
Can
yes,
you
yes.
train your lions on coaching and delegation? Can you
Yes.
train them?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, with confidence?
Yes.
Yes, yes, with confidence.
Then I'll be very happy.
Thank you.
I think that I have been successful if you have developed the confidence. Thank you so much.